Dice, dice, dice. We all have them, we all use them. We have our favorites and we have our least favorites. But did you ever stop to think why dice are so expensive for just being a bit of plastic or resin with some numbers on them? Welcome back to Mana Potion Tabletop. I'm your host, Jonathan. I took a marketing class once and I want to talk to you about the economics of dice manufacturing.
Much like Mr. Beast, I enjoy tax fraud. And in this 2023 tax write-off season, we plan on writing it all off.
That's right, folks. I'm doing the taxes and I'm writing it all off.
How to get the IRS to send you
how to audit you, how to get yourself audited.
This is a business. These are business things. This is a business.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
I do my taxes appropriately. I would never mess with the IRS.
Before I start, I want to say I will be talking about and criticizing a few businesses. I see criticism as a way to grow rather than a way to put these companies down. All I want is for you, the consumer, to understand the ins and outs of these businesses. Now, without further ado, please don't send me a cease and desist letter. Let's first start off by understanding the different types of dye. First is plastic or resin, probably the most notable. Next is metal, and last is stone. The latter two are more expensive and are often reasonably priced across the board in my opinion. Even searching on websites that are frequented by dropshippers like AliExpress, I can only find the really low quality, uninspired metal dye. Stone dye are best left to companies you trust, or you run the risk of just buying some random rock labeled ruby. Anything handmade can and should be priced higher than mass-produced slop. Plenty of independent creators make their own dye and oftentimes they're beautiful. So we have our list set up. Let's say you're new to D&D and want your very own set of dice. Plastic/resin is your best bet, and there are plenty of good companies out there. So buy a $25 1-pound bag of Chessex dye on Amazon and run. Get away as fast as you can. If you don't, I will personally upcharge you and make you go broke like the sheep you are. Most companies retail plastic dice sets for $15 to $20 a unit. Some of these companies, such as dnddice.com, sell at such a high volume they don't need to overcharge you. Although they do sell some garbage like their Loch Ness Monster set. It's just some marbled blue dye. But my issue isn't with these big companies, although they are somewhat manipulating you into buying over a certain amount of dye to get free shipping. My issue is with companies who overcharge you on their products without giving you any advantages of using their company. These companies aren't always transparent in their pricing. For instance, we just launched our coffee brand, Mana Potion Coffee Co. Go click the link in the description and use code D10 for 10% off your order. We will get back to dice and coffee, but first let's talk about business. I'll use the term unit a lot in this video. So what is it? A unit refers to an item, most often talking about the item you are going to sell. If I have a bag of dye that has 7 dice in it, that isn't 7 units, it's just 1 unit, because I will be selling it all together in the same packaging. But if I buy 7 different containers of dye that have 100 units each, I have in total 700 units of dye that haven't been processed yet. When I put them in sets, I now have 100 units of dye. I'll also be saying unit price a lot. Unit price refers to the specific price of 1 unit. For example, I spend $200 on 50 units of coffee mugs for my coffee company. The unit price of 1 cup is $4. Just divide the total price by unit amount to get the unit price. Another word is bulk. It just refers to buying a lot of one thing. If I buy dice in bulk, it just means I'm buying a lot of dice at one time, often with a discount. We charge $14.99 for a 12-ounce bag of coffee. Fairly industry standard, if not on the low end of coffee prices. After the price of coffee are labels, manual labor, and advertisements. The unit price of the coffee is about $10 a bag, only if we buy in bulk. Once we sell more, the unit price will go down slightly, and we'll use that extra money to come up with better ideas or buy more product. But the advantage of using our company is we are fair trade certified, organic certified, and we use eco-friendly packaging. Plus, I'm here being transparent about the unit price of my coffee. Moral of the story is we really care about the earth, and we want to give you a quality product that you'll enjoy from its art to its taste. Yet, we still sell our coffee at a fair market value. FMV is the reasonable understanding that both consumer and seller have on the item being sold. In other terms, neither the consumer or seller is ripping the other person off. Think back to the Loch Ness Monster dye. I could be the only person, but when I see a set of dye that is only $4, I get suspicious. What's wrong with this dye? Did children make it? Will I get all 7 of the dice, or did I read something wrong and it only has 1 dye? If I price my coffee at $11 for 12 ounces, you should stop and think, what's wrong with this coffee? Marking up items is expected by the consumer. Profit drives companies to do a better job and give you a better quality item. Ease of access, shopping experience, and good experience with the product all go into how much an item should be worth. There is a sweet spot for things. Too cheap and people will expect a low quality item. Too expensive and no one will buy it. ChessX Speckled Earth 7-set die. On Amazon, it cost $8.18 at the time of recording. Currently, on a wholesale website, I can buy the same set for only $5.65. Wholesale just means the company sells in bulk to retailers at a reduced price. Non-wholesalers do it too, but you need to buy in bulk to get the wholesale price. That's why I can buy coffee at $10 a unit when I buy 200 units and you can't. If you wanted to replicate my coffee, your per unit price, assuming you wanted one 12-ounce bag of coffee, would be around $210. The Earth Speckled die only garners the Amazon seller $2.53 profit. In this case, they come in a plastic container, which adds some value, but going forward, anything over $3 markup for mass-produced resin/plastic dye is a bit much. ChessX is a good company for dye though. You can find their dice pretty much anywhere. Local hobby shops stock them, even Barnes & Noble. They usually sell for around $11.99 at brick and mortar stores. These aren't the most offensive in the grand scheme of things. Plus, you help out those local businesses and shops. In all honesty, if you're into tabletop anything, you should buy from those guys first. Support local businesses, and they will support you back. All in all, ChessX gets a 1 out of 5 on my ripping you off scale. They're everywhere, just get something you like. Foam Brain Games. The name may be censored, I dislike them. Most of their die are upcharged for a profit of $3 or more. Considering dnddice.com was selling die for $4, a set of Neptune Chill RPG dice shouldn't be $13. I found something similar on my wholesale website for $9.25 a unit, then another for $10.70 a unit. Still, the markup is $2.30 on the high end. Points off for me. I guess if you're a consumer, you probably don't care about the extra buck or two. But yet again, you're probably a person who downloads Chrome extensions for coupons. Phone Brain also says on their About Us page, we carry dice from every manufacturer. They pretty much just wholesale dice in bulk and sell it to you for a profit. Not a bad thing, but there are companies which sell high quality dice that are either handmade or manufactured in their own factory at a similar price. Foam Brain also says on their About Us page, we began carrying dice from every manufacturer. They pretty much just wholesale dice in bulk and sell it to you for a profit. Not a bad thing, but there are companies which sell high quality dice that are either handmade or manufactured in their own factory at similar prices. I also found another dice set called Lucky Ladybird for $16. You can get something very similar on Amazon for $7.80. The worst culprit is the Magic Flame Red dice. They sell for $11 a unit. On the website Bryce Dice, it sells for $6.99 a unit, and it's named Red Magic Flame. They even use the same picture from the website on their website. The profit from this set is $4.01 a unit. Foam Brain Games gets a 4.5 out of 5 on my ripping you off scale. I guess they have enamel pins and are pride friendly. I commend you for being LGBTQ plus friendly, as plenty of my friends are bi or lesbian, but you're just good at drop shipping. Also, I didn't forget about the mystery packs they sell. I wouldn't buy them personally. The Epic Mystery Loot Pack shows some low quality metal die set you can win. You can buy that metal die set for $6.80 a unit on AliExpress. These people are selling you a $25 item that contains a shitty enamel pin that retails at $10 and they buy for at most $6.61 a unit. Thanks to enamelpins.com. $6.80 plus $6.61 is $13.41 a unit. They sell it to you for $25. They profit $11.59. Maybe add or subtract for the packaging and art. Don't worry, Phone Brain Games. This isn't the last time your name will leave my mouth. One of my favorite dice manufacturers is Q Workshop. Sets of dice cost around $7 up to $25. They make all of their dice in-house, so they control the price. I actually worked with them for Mana Potion and have 250 units of D6 die made at $2.83 per unit. These are the same people who make the Witcher dice and that Japanese die that floats around. I suggest the My Very First set, which only cost me $17 on their website. I picked mine up at PAX and they feel like heaven. Kind of a matte feel, I just like the way they feel, and the colors make my brain think of pastel e-girls. 0 out of 5 on my ripping you off scale. Another good website to use is Dice Envy. A basic set of dice costs $19.99 on their website. On their About page, they say, many companies simply repackage generic dice from a handful of massive manufacturers. We pride ourselves on our custom molds you can't find anywhere else. If this is true, they get a really good score. 0.5 out of 5 on my ripping you off scale. The dice are expensive because they are made in-house, and by the looks of it, they are made to order. The price is warranted somewhat though. Handmade items are always the best items and deserve more praise. I would just rather another company after I purchase one set of dice from you though. I sure hope you learned something today. While it is fun to joke about companies charging outrageous prices for mundane things, you as a consumer should understand what you're buying before you buy it. Do some research and make sure the company is legit. See if you can spot a dropshipping scam. Really, just be informed and make good decisions about your money. I hope this helped. Join me next time when I single-handedly end inflation by cornering the market with muscle mommies playing D&D. If you like this video, you should go watch me burn myself as I make 40k minis out of candy. And make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon.